So, how's it going, guys and gals? We're going to discuss the patch notes right quick and what I think of them. So, overall, after I looked it over, patch notes weren't that bad. People are over here running around like the world's burning. It's not. It's not going to destroy any builds. It will, of course, make them less, not as good as they were, but it is by far not destroying every single build. Now, things that did take a big hit, but overall, it's not going to make that big of a difference as long as you gear properly. Okay, so first, let's talk about Barb. Let's see, Barb skill changes. Challenging Shout damage reduction was reduced from 4% to 2% per, but that's per rank, okay? Now, I'm not sure how high the stacks are going for skills right now, but let's just assume you're running like a Shaco and that's +4. You're running a amulet with at least +2, if not more. You're running maybe gloves or boots or something with even more. So you're running over a 10 skill, 10 levels high. Okay, so we'll say 15. Okay, that's still a 30% reduction instead of, what would that be? About about 60%. So yeah, that's that's a chunk, but at the same time, it's really not that bad. Yeah, sorry, my brain for math today is not doing great, but still not that bad. Considering everybody, the vast majority of runners are running in groups, and they have a barb, obviously, for that damage reduction, so forth and so on. Bold Chieftain, cooldown reduction. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's been, they've been using this to nearby enemy reduced from yeah, it's a lot of this stuff is just minor tweaking. Now, some of it looks really bad, like for instance the aspect of dire whirlwind. Increased critical strike chance per second reduced from 5 to 10% to 3 to 8. That's actually not that bad. And maximum critical strike chance bonus reduced from 20 to 40 to 9 to 24. Now that sounds a lot harsher, but I also saw a lot of reductions that went from like 30% down to like 12%, and it's really not gonna hurt the overall build. And if it does, I'm sure that they'll retract it a little bit. This is all just kind of min-maxing, making things as where they're supposed to be. We're supposed to be strong, but we're not supposed to be, undefeatable, or at least not all the time. Explosion damage from Gore's devastating grips reduced from 50 to 70 to 16 to 26. That's a big drop as far as damage goes. Damage against wreckable objects no longer increases explosion damage. That shouldn't have been working anyways. Explosion damage is only increased by the first 100 hits of whirlwind. Makes sense. Lucky hit chance, druid skill, pulverize, reduced from 33 to 25. That's not that big of a deal. Lightning storm, damage increase from 32 to 40%. That's pretty good. Grizzly rage, maximum extended duration from kills reduced from 10 to 5 seconds. Probably makes sense. Obsidian slam. Kills required for bonus increased from 10 to 20. Makes sense. Calm before the storm, lucky hit chance reduced from 15 to 10%. It's really not going to make that big of a difference. Passive changes, electric shock, damage bonus increased from 5, 10, 15 to 6, 12, 18. That's a small little boost, but it's something that'll help. Legendary aspect changes, shockwave aspect, damage reduced from 90 to 130 to 60 to 100. I mean, that's a bit harsh, but I do know some of these were a little bit crazy. Crash stone aspect, critical strike damage reduced from 40 to 50 to 30 to 40. Fair lightning dancers aspect, flat damage increased from 0.5 to 0.6 to 0.7 to 0.8, and I guarantee that'll make a difference. Necromancer, let's see, skill changes, Bloodlance, damage increased from 67% to 80%. Army of the Dead, damage increased from 30 to 45 and reduced cooldown. Pretty cool. Blood wave damage increased from 90 to 120. That's pretty good. Passive changes. Shadow light. Blight damage increased from 20 to 22. Grim harvest essence gain reduced from. Okay, so it's a little harder to sustain. Serration critical strike chance reduced from 1.5 to 0.3. And again, you know, these are small little tweaks. These aren't gonna completely nerf builds. Maximum minion life loss in single damage instant reduced from 75 60 45 to 60 45 30. Class specialization raised skeleton. Attack damage increased by 10%. Golem attack damage increased by 10%. Blood golem life drain damage increased from 40 to 90. Jeez. Blood golem life drain healing from enemies hit increased from 4% to 5%. That's, you know, that 1%, it actually could make a difference. Iron golem slam damage increased 25 to 175. Jeez. Iron golem shockwave damage increased from 30 to 40. Sheesh. That's a huge buff. Necromancer Paragon board changes. Hulkin monstrosity golem life and damage bonus increase from 30 to 40%. That little 10%. It doesn't sound like a lot, but believe me, it can make a difference. Cult leader damage bonus increase from 10 to 15. That's a lot of buffs for. That was a lot of buffs for Necro. What about Rogue? Rogue skill changes. Twisting blades. Advanced twisting blades cooldown reduction per enemy hit reduced from 0.25 to 0.1. That could definitely hurt. Advanced twisting blade maximum cooldown reduction reduced from 3 to 2. Not as bad, but the first one definitely hurts. Let's see. Rapid fire damage increase from 24 to 30%. Pretty good. Dark shroud. Damage reduction per shadow gain from skill ranks reduced from 0.8. I mean, a lot of these that are damage reduction and they're lowering the amount of damage reduction by, you know, half. It's because of how high the ranks are getting, just with the skills. So it really is showing how people are pushing these skills to the limits and getting the biggest reduction they can, which is it's great, you know. But you can tell that people obviously weren't doing this during like the closed beta stuff. Dash enhanced dash critical strike damage bonus from 20 to 15. Okay. Caltrops damage increase from 30 to 40. It's good. Concussive critical strike reduced from 5, 10, 15 to 4, 8, 12. It's still not bad. Legendary affix change, repeating maximum minion life loss in a single damage instance reduced from 70 to 60, 45, 30. Okay, so that was just an overall change. Sorcerer skill changes. Arc Lash, lucky hit chance reduced from 30 to 14%. Again, Arc Lash attacks very fast. This is not going to change anything. Glistening Arc Lash cooldown reduction from 0.25 to 0.15. That could potentially hurt a little bit, but it's not going to be, oh my god, I gotta change my whole build. You gotta adjust, you know, with gear. Teleport, shimmering teleport damage reduction duration reduced from 5 to 3 seconds. Now, this is kind of kicking the source when it's already down, because they already reduced a lot of our damage mitigation. And even though those 2 seconds don't sound like much, those 2 seconds do make a big difference. Legendary affix changes. Aspect of control bonus damage reduction from 30 to 40 to 25 to 35. So it's reduced. General miscellaneous class changes. Druid companions, necromancer minions. Maximum damage over time taken per damage instance reduced from 2% to 1% max life. Paragon board changes. Rare nodes, players attack speed nodes reduced by 50%. That's pretty crazy, but it makes sense because there are attack speed modifiers on a lot of skills that you wouldn't think are on skills. Glyphs. All glyph bonus scaling has been reduced by 34% except for the following. Critical strike damage glyph bonus reduced by 66%. Vulnerable glyph bonus reduced by 66. Glyph bonus to rare nodes reduced by 50%. Glyph bonus to magic nodes reduced by 40%. Glyph bonus to cold, fire, lightning, non-physical, and physical nodes reduced by 62.5%. Monster changes, specifically reduced spawn rate of treasure goblins within PvP zones. Bug fixes. Fixed the name for light bearer mount. The go to shop button from wardrobe will now properly open the shop. Fixed an issue where if a sorcerer uses deep freeze and is affected by another effect that would freeze them, it causes them to be permanently stunned. Miscellaneous stability and crash fixes. Now, to me, that's, you know, all of this was actually fine. This is really not that big of a deal. This isn't going to burn anything to the ground. Everybody who's out here saying that everything got nerfed so hard, it's really not. Necro got a lot of buffs. There were some buffs for quite a few, actually. So I'm okay with all of these changes. These are not going to change much of anything. You know, modifies the meta a little bit. But again, meta isn't what we should be focusing on. We should be focusing on having fun. So with that said, let's continue our playthrough. And I'll end this for the video. Y'all have a wonderful day. This is Elderbo saying, I'm over and out. Don't forget to hit that like and leave a comment and subscribe. Peace.